What's good, YouTube? And welcome to a bit more of a serious conversation. I've had some people concerned about basically my well-being lately, that I'm letting go of stuff mad the cheap, and that's usually a sign somebody's gonna do something bad to themselves. So I do appreciate you looking out, but I want to break it down and explain it exactly what I'm doing with the claim sales and the prices I'm putting out there. I sold 2 Terra V2 Spellgrounds at $250, and that's a fire sale in some people's eyes. And you see this one actually up here, just up for auction, freaking ripped in the side, low feedback seller, $162 already at auction, and I let mine go at $250 versus the listings at $400 plus, and they fire sale at $350. My thing is, back in the day when I was a vendor, this was the least desirable V2 for a long time, but I always liked it, so I would restock multiples at a time, and this is the carcass of my vending years. It's not a collection. I am going to keep one V2 Spellground most likely and one V3 Spellground and get rid of the rest from back then. In fact, whenever I got my mobile streaming setup, I sold Spellgrounds to go into that. Wish I'd kept more with the prices they're at, but considering I spent $25 and I'm selling them at $250, I'm making a fat profit, while also the audience gets a pretty awesome deal for whoever ends up sniping them, right? Which they already did sell, by the way. There will be more Spellgrounds in the future, and I'm pouring it back into what I love, which is, if you keep up with my socials, collections, OCG stuff. I don't necessarily love the slab market as a whole, but I want a full set of 10 ultimate OCG nice cards, and then also have them loose as well if I ever want to play with them, and I've been doing exactly that. So if you keep up, I'm getting unique pieces of Yu-Gi-Oh! History alongside that, and maybe I'll save up to also replace the theater room after I run the equipment down into the ground. I'm in no rush to upgrade to 4K, but it would be nice. Technology, you always want to try to wait as long as you can, and those Sony projectors, they're pretty freaking expensive for true 4K. That being said, that's kind of what I'm into right now. I'm perfectly fine. Me letting it go isn't charity. I'm still making money while also providing these deals. Now let's go ahead and get into today's market watch, starting with always check both. It's a phrase I don't say as much as I should these days anymore, but I noticed that Maze of Memories is going absolutely bonkers on TCG Player. All the boxes in the 60 range did sell out, and people have been buying those 69 not so nice prices. And looking through here, $75 a box. Over on eBay right now, I was looking through, and you have sellers at $58, even $55, and $60, and they're lined up here right now with multiple quantities. So be aware that if you're shopping for something, you can save a lot of money by looking around. I don't think Maze has that good of pull rates either. It is a world premiere set. Those tend to do pretty well if they get any traction. The Stardust is pretty hot right now. And then you also have Baron in here, which was a great reprint, and other reprints starting to surge. But overall, the prices versus the box versus the pullability, I don't think it's that worth it in my opinion, but maybe a lot of people are betting that XL Synchro Stardust will go up even more, and that's like 3.6 per case. I don't know about that one, but let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Just remember, always check both. Now, speaking of collector rare sets, Wild Survivors, my advice would have been to wait on the Versus. It was already tanking out, but it got some results this weekend, and it is spiking up like crazy for its collector rares. They're really going wild low on quantity, up in price, and even the ultra rares, I almost said URs, I've been playing too much Master Duel, but yeah, look at these super low quantities, which they have been, and people going, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and buy it, and it's already starting to rebound on the graph and go up even further. So it looks like Versus, it's going to be that expensive deck. Wallet Survivors, the meme names for this set. If you want to play it, you're going to be dishing it out, and lucky for dinosaur players, they only have that one expensive card in here at all when it comes down to Ground Zeno, but it also has been spiking because people just don't want to bust this despite the rising prices. When the ultra rares are a pull rate of 3.6 per 12 box case, because there's only 3 ultra rares per box. I know I sound like a broken record with this if you watch the market watches, but 3 ultra rares per box, 10 different ultras, 3.6 average, barely above the playset, so you don't even get extras to trade with if you're in the hunt for yourself for the most part. Like, it's crazy, and then you're only seeing 4 collector rares on average per case. Is it, like, it's just not good estimated value back as a whole, and then you get stuck going for this, and people have caught on to the system and they're not really willing to go deep into these sets. And now this is like Grand Creators levels, which was a huge meta changing impact. Tactical Masters is down in price even though it had multiple meta decks, and here's Versus heavy loaded. Konami might see this as a way to like reward the system, and I really hope they don't see it that way. Sprite is really getting checked out in this metagame, and Sprite Blue ultis are still kind of spiking up after that ban list hype. We're getting the kind of internet shakies while filming, but be aware that Sprite Blue, also the secret rare, is up. Marincess Dive is not tanking in price. It's going straight back up here as people are on the deck. People don't know how to defeat it, and it has been kind of traveling upwards. And yeah, you use that barrier statue lock in the deck, I suppose, which is why Gamma Seal is way up, even though I feel like the pink turtle lock from Sprite is something to look out for more with Santa Claus. This doesn't out the pink turtle because it has too much attack. The rares are completely bought out at this point, going absolutely wild alongside the top end, which was what left the station first. And you can see here, they're going, well, the graph is spinning. Oh no, maybe it's TCG player at this point right now. But yeah, $10 about for even unlimbs on rare Gamma Seals here. I'll probably pull some of those out and do claim sales with them. An Emancipator Researcher is apparently super heavy Samurai, Copium, Earth Copium, and doing a little something in the OCG, except they have Block Dragon, we don't. But be aware the secret rare is low on quantities and spiking. The Ultra is super readily available at 50 cents and under. Machina Force, let's do a little Edison watch. We've been picking bulk. I passed some things that chat shamed me for. How am I supposed to know this card if I don't keep up with Edison? Seriously though, first edition's 14 freaking dollars, unlimbs at 10 plus. If you have this card, you might want to pick it out of bulk for the secrets. Also, Consecrated Light super rares. I remembered this going up as money as kind of that against Blackwing tech. $8 freaking dollars is pretty wild to me. But do look at the foil, it can get pretty scratched up. Dimensional Prison, I have always pulled these out into the side. They used to be $3 for the super rares. At one point, I was like, that's just too cheap. It's such a good card back in the day. Someday people will love that. And it turns out I was a bit right. I think the lowest right now are around $40 for near mints, which is just absolutely wild. We found the one where somebody wrote that they loved their sweetheart on the back. That was devastating because it was a near mint clean front, but I did sell it for a big discount. Oh my freaking gosh. It's just wild. And every single version of Deep Prison's money to some degree. Like I think like towards $2. Same with Super Nimble Mega Hamster, as recent as the Egyptian God deck Obelisk, which did get re-waved. $2 common straight out of there for Edison. You also do have the nice, Duelist League rares, but the secret rare and super rare are mad priced right now. And the super rare has a recent buyout, which blows my mind because people used to spend 18 on the secrets, I feel like, when this first started to get hyped back in the day, and now they're, down under the supers, and the supers are traveling towards like $40 as well. Here's the graph. You can see 15, 13 versus unlimbs, and I think the unlimbs are something like $18 right now, somewhere around there, if I can, find the listings here in a timely manner versus TCG player and internet problems. Oh, man. But seriously, yeah, they are way up. You can look that up yourself. Hot Red Dragon, Archfiend Bane. Secret rares are bought out. Remember Jack Atlas structure deck confirmed for TCG. Multiple cheap versions here. You have the, gold letter rare, the ultra no foiling, as well as a regular ultra rare that's under 50 cents. But if you want the nice looking secret rare, you're going to pay above $10. I believe it's bought out to the point of $17 right now. And its market price was already up there. Also, let's see if we can get back to Super Nimble Mega Hamster. When it comes to cards like this, though, I tend to set them aside. Yeah, lowest 16 quickly towards 18 is more so correct with Mega Hamster. Hopefully, if you're skipping around, you get to see this part. And yeah, first edition, almost 50, no shot. Let's see the actual sales history if we can. Light Play first adds 25, 20 people are settling there. Near mint first sold out around that range too, but it's obviously gaining a lot of traction if they're selling for that. And finally, I brought up Mikanko. I want to again say there's this thing where some things go down in a set, and sometimes that'll move nothing else in the set, and sometimes other things shoot up. It looks like a lot of people are looking at Mikanko, though, while the purely cards shoot down in price in Amazing Defenders, also because it's seeing some OCG results, and yeah, it's continuing to go up even further than when we last covered it. It's now 16 lows. It goes really fast to 17. A card I wasn't pointing out as much is the Water Equip spell, which is upwards towards almost $9+ now. It actually is. It's towards 10 very quickly. So be aware, this deck has a lot of hype going for it, but also another reason for backing it within the set as that estimated value shifts and people look at what else is good in a set that they might be wanting. I still think Purely's okay, but you're on some of your last legs depending. I hope it does well during the WCQ season though, because then we're in the cooling market season and you could probably still get it for cheaper, and I hope it does keep falling out in price. Thanks for watching today's Market Watch. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed the conversation. I do seriously, again, thanks for anybody that's looking out, caring for me, and I do think that we need more conversations like that, but I'm perfectly fine, and if you keep up with me, you know I'm still an addict, I'm still picking things up, and I'm more so getting rid of things that are left over from my vending days, and still picking up things that I absolutely have been craving for a long time, as that market's finally cooling off, like the slabs coming way, way down in price, and a lot of people are scrambling and letting go, which is awesome. Thanks, crypto bros.